All right, this is where you sing the intro song.
Boom choppa da ba ba boo doo doo boop boo doo 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 boop.
All right, yeah, no, we'll take that. I won't edit that
I
out. We'll
was
keep
tr-
it.
I was going for like a it's a murder mystery, but it's also kind of fun.
Oh, we're a murder. We're a true crime murder mystery podcast
We're a
now.
true crime mystery now. All the murders in the ISFL.
This week on True Crime ISFL. I'll change the title. How did you make a
Yeah, that's
podcast
honestly
slash True Crime ISFL?
explaining to me why when players retire, they're dead. You
Oh,
can't.
it's true.
It's a murder mystery.
They do die. I did say dead on my thing. He didn't
See,
retire. He's just dead.
you die. You just go away. No one talks about you anymore. Kind of
Yeah.
mysterious, isn't it?
And Kotasa denies you Hall of Fame entry. How it works.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the only way you actually live is if you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So really, Katasa decides who lives and who dies.
Yeah, Katasa makes that decision. Basically, it just
Explains
depends on how much you've kissed his feet going through your
so
career.
so much. All right. Well, it's been a little while since our last podcast because we have children and we
Yes,
don't feel like getting together on the same time. They don't ever.
correct.
They decide to not go to sleep. Like, you know.
You were also killing wildlife for a week.
I did spend a week in the native Alaska wildlands killing fish.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely it was a guided expedition. It's not like it was like
Yep.
in the deep wilds of the Idaho. That was like in Ketchikan, as far south in Alaska as I can go and still be in Alaska.
So everyone that thinks fishing is murder, blame
It
Juni.
absolutely is murder, and if you don't like it, then just don't eat fish and suck it up.
Oh,
I, this is about to get controversial real early. Right?
controversial, real fast.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it because we were listening to like somebody talking a podcast on like the way home. My dad was listening to it, right? And the guy was like, you know what? I wasn't sure if I could ever hunt, and I was like, the fuck? I was like, I'll be honest. I've never been invited hunting, but I honestly have zero qualms with. I was like, I don't think I have zero hesitation with shooting an animal. Like, I you know.
So you're cool shooting an animal, but beating a fish with a bat, you kind of felt iffy about.
No, I wanted to. I offered to beat the fish with the bat. I was like, "Let me stab that fish in the box for you, so that you can put bait on my hook." I was 100% ready to bait and kill my own fish, but the deckhand wouldn't let me. He was real nice about it. He was like, "You paid to
That's
be
a good
here.
deckhand.
You can go fish." I was like, "Please, God, let me
Did
hit
he call you
the
a city
fish."
boy too?
No, he did not. To be fair, he's from Greenville, South Carolina, so.
Oh, okay, never mind. Really big country boy from Greenville there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he had a pretty thick accent, right? But I was like, I want to kill that fish. And he said, "You paid to be here. Just let me do my job." It's like, all right, whatever. But
So that's why we're a month late on our podcast. I
Yeah.
know we asked for questions a while ago, and I've been getting some people asking, "Hey, when's it coming out?" And I've just blamed Juni every time.
honestly, that's fair. I really have nothing to say to that. That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
I've been very
So
broke and not been able to upgrade my player because I haven't done a podcast.
same. Actually, I blame myself. My kids have been real rough lately, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
Kids do.
get there. Yeah. So we don't have a whole lot to talk about. I guess really like, and I didn't really have any like pre things to talk about. You're in the ISFL now.
Yes, I am.
I am not.
Caught my first career touchdown last week.
Good job.
Yep, I think I have two now in the year. There's a game currently going on. I haven't been pinged, so I'm guessing I didn't score in the third one. So we'll see how that plays out going forward.
That's fair. I haven't watched a game since I created my player, my first one. So,
Okay, yep, that sounds about right.
because I just I don't find dots running around on a screen exciting
Yeah.
to watch.
I think I only watch playoff games. I think that's the only time. And I did it more when I was a GM. Now that I'm not a GM, I'm kind of like, like
Yeah.
doesn't really affect me if we lose as much as it used to. So it's kind of nice, just like, oh, game's going on, neat.
Yeah.
And ping me
People,
if I do something good.
yeah, people are like, we're doing well. I'm like, sure. They're like, I'm like, they're like, how's Tijuana doing? I'm like, fuck if I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I had to check San Jose's record before we started the podcast. We're 5-8, by the way.
Okay.
Go ahead and we're. I mean, I don't know if we won or lost. I got a ping saying game on, so I'll find out later if we're 6-8 or not.
I didn't know Yellowknife won, because
Oh, nice. Okay.
someone said in all caps we won, and that's about all I got out of it.
Well, that's only a good sign that you won when someone says we won.
Yeah.
So.
Nobody asked to turn this into Roblox, so if nobody asked that, I assume we're doing good. So yeah.
Seriously, though, turn this into Roblox.
Yeah. And get rid of all the weird stuff like punting on 4th and short, right?
Yeah, exactly. You just get rid of punting, you know? Like,
Just get rid of
punting ever helped anybody?
Well, it's the only thing I care about is catching the punts, so...
Yeah, well, kind of puts you out of a job then, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Oh no, I'll just have to, not return kicks, I guess.
And you returning kicks means your defense sucked enough to give up points. So, I mean, you basically are rooting for your team to be bad.
Well, I mean, it gets me more stats, right? Fuck if I care.
There you go.
Team
player, Juni, right here.
I don't know what my stats have been at all the past 3 seasons. I only know one stat. It's because somebody pinged me about it, and it was really good, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I would have had zero idea if you had not have pinged me about it.
Yeah. Honestly, they could lie and just say, like, hey, Juni, you got 5 touchdowns last game. You're not going to check. How would you know?
Honestly, somebody could be like, I could be like really awful and never play, and I would never know.
Yeah.
Pro tip, you could bench me, and I would never know.
Oh, man, Yellowknife really hoping for that now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great, we don't have to pay this guy?
If you...
Give him $1 million and shut him up?
I'll be honest, if you stopped offering me contracts, I would just assume I still have time left on my contract, and I would forget. If nobody messages me in a private message saying, hey, here's your contract, legitimately, I'd have no idea.
I get my last player. I honestly had no clue was still on the Hawks.
I have no
idea. I went to
idea.
create my new player and had to retire, and I was like, oh, I'm still playing.
Yeah.
Like, they pinged me and like, hey, we're not re-signing you. And I was like, I honestly didn't know I was on the team.
Yeah, I don't know what my current contract is. I don't know how much I get paid.
You're probably the 3-year. Oh yeah, you're making slightly more than me because you made a big stink about it.
Oh yeah, no, I did. I do remember making a big.
Yeah.
It was a little stink. It was like, let's wait for Hall to sign so I can sign for like $1 more.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what happened.
That's all I cared about. If somebody tells me I'm making more than you, I'm not gonna bother to check.
I think you currently are because you're still making the DSFL $4 million, and I'm making the ISFL $1 million.
Oh. There you go.
I'm gonna get called up. They pay me less.
Wait, I get paid more for being in the DSFL?
Yeah, you get $4 million every year for being in the DSFL, no matter what your contract is.
How long have I been in this league?
For since what, S19?
Oh god, I'm just finding out that DSFL players make more.
Yeah.
Does my team
Former
not?
DSFL GM does not know how DSFL contracts work.
You know what? I have zero excuses for that. I absolutely do not remember.
Yeah, that's the minimum for DSFL. That's why a lot of like quarterbacks, they just sit. I mean, other than they need high TPE, but they just sit there and collect all their money because they get $4 million every year for playing with the little league team.
Huh. Cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's why people insist on staying longer. Okay, I understand now.
Well, they actually do have like limits now for how long you can stay in the DSFL to kind of limit that. So people aren't just like collecting money, but I think it's like 3 seasons maybe. Until
someone told me I wasn't being called up after 2, I just assumed it was 2 because I never stayed longer.
Yeah, I think it's either 2 or 3. Then they have to call you up or you just have to recreate.
I thought it was like I used to think it was 2 for everybody but QBs, and then
that might be what it is. That might be 2 everyone except for QBs.
No, but I'm in my 3rd season, and then I'm a wide receiver.
No.
Yeah.
You got drafted. No, this is my 2nd season even existing. No, so I played one extra year. This is your 2nd season in the DSFL.
No.
Yes.
All right. You know what? I don't know why I'm arguing. I legitimately have no idea.
Because you have the year you were drafted and then 2 more. So like this is your 2nd season after draft.
Okay.
So I played 1 after draft and now.
Okay. So it is my 3rd season. It's my 2nd season after being drafted.
True.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
2nd season after drafted is 3 seasons.
I mean, mathematically, yes, but that's not how the league sees it because you're before draft year doesn't count. That's why, like, the DSFL year is a year behind.
Well, you think I don't give a fuck what HO thinks? What if I
What does HO know?
I make it known that I don't care what they think or say to me. And I still haven't gotten fined. It's amazing.
It's amazing. We can start now with this podcast, right?
I have been unofficially warned a couple times, but I've never been officially punished.
I wonder if Joe actually listens to this. You think he actually listens to these?
I don't know.
Or do you think he just goes an hour, skips to a random point, says, they mentioned the league, and then he just moves on?
I don't know. Joe, can you DM Hall, tell him that he's stinky if you listen to that?
That's fine. We were playing Werewolf. He'll tell me in Werewolf how bad I suck.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, that's totally fair. But yeah, I have gotten a few DMs saying, "Hey, Juni, could you like tone it down?" I'm like, "All right, sure."
Clean it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But I've never gotten official punishment. Just a bro.
All you gotta do is tamper.
Down?
Easy punishment. Easy punishment there.
I have tampered multiple times in public, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's just fucking Juni."
It's just Juni being Juni.
I'm like, I just told this guy to retire in a public chat, and nobody's like, "God damn it, Juni, don't say something like that."
Oh my god. HO's gonna dig back and we gotta find it. We gotta get him now.
It was in the Norfolk general chat. I was like,
Norfolk. Yeah, Norfolk's not gonna get punished.
Goomba would punish me. Nah, Goomba would light me on fire. So they were saying something. They were like I've reached 250 TP. What should I do now? I'm like, you're officially like done with your life. Just retire. They were like, okay, and I genuinely was like, huh. I think that's actually tampering.
I mean,
I'm
that's what they teach you in Tijuana, right? You get the 250, you play your 3 years, and you retire and do it again.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't pay. I'm gonna. I was elected captain this season.
Congratulations!
And then I immediately went like MIA. Went to Alaska.
So Tijuana captain basically is just the fall guy, right?
To be fair,
goes south, you're the guy that's got to take the.
I have called myself a captain of Tijuana for 3 seasons, so you know, basically it's just a, you know, it's just there's a word for it.
It's kind of like a Make-A-Wish kid. They're like, look, he keeps asking for it.
No, I have been the official captain for 3 seasons. They're like, all right, we're just gonna actually give you the title, even though you've officially been doing it.
Oh, okay. You kind of just like you talked it into existence.
Yeah, it's like I've been doing the job for so long. They're like, here, you can actually just have the title now.
Yeah, like he doesn't want us to pay him to do it, so let's just give it to him.
Yeah.
He's volunteering like an idiot.
I mean, I've been in the war room longer, giving stupid advice.
Oh, I mean, that's the way to go.
They're like, should we sign this person? I'm like, fuck no. Do we need that position? Yeah, then don't do it. Fuck it. They'll never expect it.
One day Russ is gonna invite me, and I'm just gonna have to tell him no.
I'm
gonna give you terrible advice.
I'm in the Yellowknife war room too.
Oh my god.
I can see
You just wait till I say, look, listen, we need to trade all of our picks for this one guy. Trust.
I did that already. we were talking about something, you know, about the leak my contribution to Yellowknife, but
oh my God.
Well, somebody was
Juni
like
on the block.
Somebody was like, how do we what would it take for us to just sell out and burn a team entirely and just like compromise this entire future so that we can win playoffs? So I'm like, bro, I'm an expert at this.
Do I know the guy?
Do you want to know how to sell an entire team and tank for 7 seasons straight? Bro,
heads up, you're gonna get forced out by HO and they're gonna move your team to the moon. But trust me, it'll work.
Bro, I got you. You want to know how to be the worst team in a sim league for like forever? Yo, I am your GM. If any of you GMs want to know how to really tank and get picks and then waste those picks, yo, hit me up. Just like slide into my DMs. I'll give you advice.
You want to know how to tamper a guy that will not help your team in any way? Do I know a guy?
Oh yeah, that's me, baby. You want to know how to win playoffs? Sure. You know, as call. You want to know how to be absolutely worthless? Hit me up.
All I'm saying is I've never lost an Ultimates, baby. Undefeated 1-0 in the Ultimates. Perfect record, baby.
1-0. You know what?
Perfect record.
I've
How many Hall of Fame GMs have lost at Ultimates? Not me, baby.
I've never made a finals, but I do have a GM of the year. So
Nice.
that means
honestly, we're the same.
Yeah. I'm good enough. They were like, "You're good enough. Here's your GM of the year." Like, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
Well, I mean, you were the Norfolk also, so I mean, like they kind of they got him every year.
I know.
Between them and Tijuana.
We didn't. We never. Scorp and I never won.
Well, no one likes Scorp. Scorp was great, but the league hated him.
Absolutely true. League hated Scorp.
The league wanted Scorp to fail.
To be fair, Scorp was like the worst person to ever have trade talks with I've ever seen in my life. Everybody else.
Oh my god, dude. Yes.
Yeah, no. Scorp was like the worst.
Scorp was impossible to trade with. Scorp was like, oh, this is a great trade for both teams. Now give me more.
Yeah, Scorp is like, if I don't bury you into the ground with this trade, it's not happening.
Yeah. If people aren't saying what the fuck, they robbed him, then I don't want to be in that trade.
Yeah. I'm like, Scorp is the DSFL. He's like, nope, I have to win.
Nope.
I was like, all right. There's a reason why every other DSFL GM hated us at the time. I was like,
oh my god, that was a crazy time. Because Portland was also the same way. They just took forever to draft. I mean, that was just a wild time in DSFL.
There was a wild bunch of DSFL GMs. It was just everybody was at each other's throats. Nobody liked each other. It was awful. Great, best time of my life.
Apparently, a DSFL GM just got fired.
Really?
I kind of went through the punishment thread. I didn't read it well, so if I get the stuff wrong. But apparently, there was one that recently got fired.
Really? I would never would have known if you hadn't told me.
Yeah. Every now and again, I like to peruse the punishment thread just to see what Big Ed did.
That's fair. What did Big Ed do this time? Well, pour one out. Officially gotten more DSFL punishment than
whatever GM it was. I don't know your name or what team you're on. I'm sorry that happened to you. Unless you deserved it, then you got what you got.
It wasn't my GMs, so I don't know anything about it. They could have brought it up, and I could have just ignored it and made some stupid joke. That's probably what happened.
And someone's going to listen to this and say, oh, by the way, it was Kansas City or Portland. And I'm going to go, I don't care.
Yeah. We're not going to read your comments. Trust me. Do we read the replies to this? Yeah, sure. No.
Yeah. We only read the positive ones.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man. Juni and Hall sound like cool guys. We read those. Anything negative, we're like, yeah, delete that immediately.
Yeah, I just gloss over. I'm like, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they don't know us. Who are they?
What do you mean you guys don't?
Podcast. If they do, it's not as good as ours.
Everybody with a podcast has something important to say, right? Except for us. But
yeah, ours is more important.
Yeah, ours is no. Every other DSL podcast doesn't matter, or ISFL podcast.
Yeah, we're specifically DSFL podcast now.
Someone was like, "Do you?"
We always talk about DSFL.
Someone was like, "Do you listen to this podcast?" I'm like, "I've never listened to a podcast for a sim league in my life."
Yeah, absolutely not.
I literally have never listened to another one. No, I don't listen. I don't listen to mine. Why would I listen to somebody else's?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. We just say it and spit it out. We don't know what it sounds like, if it's got good quality or not. Just spit it out. Get the money, go on.
It absolutely takes me about 30 seconds to go from hitting stop recording to uploading it. There's zero editing involved. That's how much I care.
It's just a nice, perfect, it's all pure comedy, baby.
Oh yeah, we're like
pure cut Mexico Coke. Comedy.
Oh yeah, because Mexico Coke is pure fucking dumbass. Just like you've never tried it before. Not that I have either.
So who do you know?
I barely drink.
You were in Alaska. That's basically Mexico. You could have got one.
Wait a minute. I tried weed once, and I was like, "This is disgusting," and I never did it again.
Oh my god! Look at this bozo.
I didn't even do it enough to get high. I tried one puff, and I was like, "This tastes bad." And I just,
this is spicy.
Yeah, I was like, "Why would I want it?" I'm like, it just made me cough. I was like, "Why the fuck would I want to do this?" And I just gave up. I'm like. I'm
Look
like,
at that. Look, you're never gonna fail a drug test.
Yeah.
It's a good one for YKW to know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do drugs because
Pros
honestly,
will not fail drug tests.
it's honestly way too much of a hassle to do drugs. It's just like I could spend my money on baseball cards or video games instead. Why the fuck would I bother spending money on
I take it back. We're a baseball card podcast
again. Okay.
We've been on such a like baseball card kick lately, especially you. You've been on like a different world in baseball cards.
I've spent okay, my wife won't listen to this. I've spent a couple $100s. It's fine. It's just I'm just vibing out buying every single card that has David Fletcher on it. Or David Eckstein.
Did you get into the ISFL cards?
I have some ISFL cards. I buy them whenever I get free packs.
You know what's smart? I went into absolute debt buying them when I was at GM.
Why? I mean,
I don't know. It was like it was addicting. It was like that. Like watching the thing spin and give me cards was like, oh, this is great.
You know that website that can give you that for free, right?
I mean, yeah. It was just like, oh, I know this guy, and it's like, oh man, I got someone I got Juni. Oh, I don't want Juni.
I had the opposite problem. See, the reason why I don't buy cards is I literally don't know anybody, right? Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
I'll open a card pack and I'll be like, I don't know who any of these people are, and I just do not care.
That's true. People can tell me like, oh, that's like, that's CK's character. I don't know that. I don't know any.
Yeah, like, why the fuck do I care? I only want my card, and so if I can't get my card one try, I don't care anymore. Yeah. I'm like,
well, see, the whole reason I went crazy is that I made the Pro Bowl once, and I was like, I have to get my Pro Bowl card.
Oh, you made the Pro Bowl once? Oh, guess how many times I've made the Pro Bowl, baby?
Oh my god, guess who's still in the DSFL, loser?
Yeah, guess who has a fucking punt record? Asshole.
In DSFL, they're not real records.
Yeah, okay, you know what? You got me there. Fair enough.
It's just you and JQ caring about minor league records.
I wouldn't care about it if I didn't own the record. I got the record. I'm like, sick. This is my personality now. Did I care or know about it?
Stupid, but it's mine.
Did I know about it prior to being told I owned it? No. Did I care about it? No. But now that I have it, everyone else can go fuck off. They don't have my they don't have it. What's it like?
Retiring and creating a punt returner just to break your record.
Oops. Yeah, right, buddy.
I can easily get to 200 TPE. That's easy. I can do that all day, baby. Just keep recreating so I break the record.
That's fair. You just need to burn all your energy and agility. People are like, why are you doing that?
Yep, speed, agility.
I was like,
because for a team that sucks, so they get. Well, actually, you need a good defensive team for punt returns.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no, we won the Ultimate that season.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, look, if you're not going to be good, I'm leaving. I'm going to manage trade immediately to a team that gives up more punts.
If you want, you can go for the kick return record.
Yeah, it's not as fun. Anyone can return kicks.
It's true. You just gotta pump agility. People are like, pump hands.
Yeah.
Or not pump hands, pump speed. I'm like, you're all
pump
stupid.
Pump hands, baby. Gotta catch those kicks.
Everybody's all about hands. I'm like, you're all stupid. It's all about agility, baby.
Yeah. I don't need to catch. I just need to run.
I don't need speed. I don't need endurance. I don't need hands. I just need agility.
Just gotta be able to run, baby.
Because 3 years ago, that was part of the calculation. Do I know the calculations
oh my god,
now?
Yeah.
No.
I'm so far behind on the meta for everything. Oh my god.
Yeah, somebody asked for advice. I'm like, I give advice based off of like 3 sims ago.
Yeah. I just ask like, hey, I'm updating. What do you want me to put it in? Oh, agility? Okay, we'll do.
Fuck that. I don't ask anybody what to do. I literally just have never asked. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just go like, look, I'm updating. What do you want me to put it in? And I'm like, all right, cool. Am I gonna get stats? So like, oh yeah, definitely. And I'm like the 8th best tight end. So like, it's not working, but eventually, right? It's gonna that number will get big enough that the other numbers get bigger.
Well, how many teams are there? Maybe 8 at bat is not bad.
8's pretty low.
Well, how many tight ends are there?
Well, I mean, every team's got 2.
So you're 8th best. Like how? Wait, that math doesn't match math out.
I don't know how the math works. There's what? There's 14 teams?
To be honest, I could not tell you.
Okay, I think there's 14 teams. And if everyone's got, well, not everyone has two. Some people only have one. Some people have none. I don't know, man. Tight end's a weird position
Yeah, I actually have no idea.
because the sim doesn't use tight ends the way they're used in real life. So like, it's just weird.
I
You
couldn't
can
tell
also
you how
just throw a
many.
wide receiver in there and call it a day.
I don't know how they're used in real life, so.
Okay, you got me there.
You could tell me anything about what a tight end does, and I'd have to believe you.
They're like the second coach, you know. They say, hey, look, I know you're the quarterback, but I call the plays.
And
That's not really how they work, Juni.
that could have been true. Did you thunder crash yourself to death on killing the boss?
No.
This is
This is we're not a Destiny podcast.
Okay, yeah, anyways. All right. Anyway, no, my bad.
Question time.
All right, question time. We'll move on to questions. The first question is from Wizard Literal. It says pass.
Okay, nice. Oh, fuck. Okay, got him. We pass back to you, Wizard.
Yeah, balls in your court.
Here's our question. Here's our question.
By the
Who was your character? Answer it in the comment section.
Oh, he's my GM.
Oh, okay. Is Juni cool? Answer in the comment section.
I'll be honest. I didn't vet these questions at all.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at them, so let's see how this plays out,
I'm reading them
baby.
for the first time right now. All right. Second question from Kotasa. Why does
This would be
Hall
great, okay.
enjoy eating eggs raw? Shell and I have all seen him eating numerous eggs in one sitting, and I worry about it.
So, you know, what's the old saying? You eat when I was a kid, ate 4 dozen eggs so I can get large, and then when you grow up, I ate 5 dozen legs so I can be the size of a barge. You know?
God damn it! You're making a fucking. Okay, yeah, all right.
No, the strongest gas done.
I was like, oh no, he's pulling this into a Gaston joke here. I'm just gonna see all my bookmarks. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm trying to display the questions. I realize I'm just gonna see my bookmarks now.
Oh, nice.
One of them, yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna let it happen. Wait, I gotta.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I guess it's a good reason to eat eggs. That was easy. That was his only question. Moving on.
All right, nice.
All right, Wizard Literal asked another question. So we're in. Oh my god, he passed it back.
Wait, I'm back.
Juni,
He knew he passed back to him.
Juni, how does it feel to have broken the DSL punt returns record? I
Oh my
already
God,
already
we're
covered
back on
that.
this.
Already covered that.
Back
It
on
means
this.
I am literally the best person who have ever
I
played.
mean, it's not a real record.
I'm the
Does anyone,
best
does anyone
person.
care about the minor league baseball home run record?
There's some, yeah, because fucking Crash had it. Crash Davis had it. Fucking gotcha, dumbass.
We're only a movie podcast, though.
Didn't expect me to pull that one out of my ass. Crash
Only a
Davis,
movie podcast
Crash
now.
Davis from the Durham Bulls
dude.
on that home run record. Fuck you, buddy. I was ready for you.
Fuck. Turn
Honestly,
that around on me.
I think it's great, but I honestly does not matter that much. It's cool to have the DSFL record, but nobody's ever gonna care about it beyond people in the DSFL for about 2 seasons. Unfortunately, it's nice to have, but you know, they're pretty easily broken. Probably.
I mean, how many times has it been broken in the past?
Why the fuck would I know?
I mean, you care about the record so much. You didn't do any research?
you just tuned me out for the past 35 seconds?
Absolutely. I was like, here comes the record talk. I'm moving on.
I just said I don't care about it, and you're like, since you care about it so much.
Yeah, who had the record before?
I don't know.
I bet his name was like Lefty O'Houlihan.
You know what? I can look it
Okay.
up. There's a Wolfie bot thing for this, isn't there?
Yeah, it's gonna take an hour to find it though, and
Dash.
Infinite's gotta actually do the googling behind it.
Okay.
You know, when you use Wolfiebot, you're basically just messaging Infinite, and he's googling the answer for you.
Let's see, league records. Actually, this isn't even gonna be here because I actually have to go to the index.
Yeah, that's too much.
No,
Too
I'm
much
gonna.
work.
I'm doing it.
Oh my
It's
God.
happening.
All right, so while you're doing with that,
No, sorry. There's a second. You can answer the second part. The second part of the question. It's not the second part. It's just a statement. Another Juni W that Hall will never compete with. That's why I care about it. Right there.
Juni's still in the minor leagues, though. All right, I have a 2-touchdown lead on you in the ISFL. So like, catch up, scrub.
The person to hold it before me was Thomas Sutha.
Thomas Sutha
For the Minnesota Grey Ducks. And then it was Turd Burglar.
Oh my god! All right, I'll give you all of my ISFL money if you could name who either of those people were, like the actual users.
The actual users?
Yeah. Well, good luck, bud.
Unfortunately, I would look it up, but I'm recording my Opera screen, so I can't. I have no idea who those people are. One of them played for Minnesota, one of them played for London. I've heard the name Turd Burglar.
It's a solid name. Solid.
Do I know who it was? No. Other one was Thomas Sutha. Never heard that name in my life.
Yeah.
I do not know who that is. If somebody tells me their player name, I do not know who you are.
Immediately get it out. Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Get it out. Unless it's like a really solid, like, good name.
Yeah, you could be on my team and I won't know who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
If I don't talk to you through Discord, I don't know who you are. Even if I do talk to you through Discord, there's a good chance.
If it was a duck, if it was a duck and he was a wolf.
He was a duck?
Yeah, he was a duck. Oh, he's a goose.
He was a goose?
Yeah, he was a goose. That was his last character, was a goose.
I thought he was... I thought he was Wolfie McDummy.
He was, yeah, then he turned into the goose, and now he's Wolfie McDummy the third, I think.
Dude,
I don't know, man.
I didn't know there was a character between them.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a player between Wolfie McDummy.
ISFL champion.
I was like,
Baltimore.
I thought it was Wolfie McDummy and Wolfie McDummy Jr. Did not know there was a middle child.
Nope. Yeah, there was a goose in between. Someone slept around in the family tree. Wolf, wolf, goose, wolf.
All right, yep, genuinely did not know. So that's how much I'm paying attention. Anyways, this one is from Russ Drives the Bus.
So, baby.
All right. In terms of American barbecue, where does North Carolina rank? Well, it's...
Well, I mean, that depends on what part of North Carolina you're in. Because, even North Carolina can't agree what's the correct North Carolina barbecue.
Yeah.
Especially you. I mean, you're in the west. You're in the western side of the state now, so you're experiencing the new barbecue.
Yeah.
Versus the east side of the state.
I like the sweet barbecue. The vinegar. I don't know.
The vinegar. Yeah.
I like vinegar based sauce. It's good. I like
agree. Yeah.
But
the vinegar based, and then there's mustard based, which is the west side's thing, which is just weird.
But I'll be honest, mustard based sucks. I hate it. Oh god, it's
absolutely terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah. Vinegar's where it's at, baby. Now I can say North Carolina's barbecue places slap. They do. I know Kansas City thinks they're cool, but I mean, come on, you're on the west.
You're not even in the South. The fuck you get a barbecue
in the South. Get out of here. You don't know anything about anything. Let's go somewhere.
I bet you call cookouts barbecues too. Throwing shade.
They're Pickens, baby.
Yeah. See, I go to a monthly pig picking put on by the actual farmer.
Picking.
He raises those pigs. Slaughters them, cooks them
murders
himself.
Them.
Yeah, and you open up.
It's a family sauce.
You open up that grill. It is literally a pig inside, just picked apart.
Yep, just covered in seasonings and barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and they make their own sauces and sell them. So you about to tell me
always a family
I've
recipe.
never had good barbecue, bro. I live next to a farmer.
And always my favorite is hey, changed it around. Added extra little cayenne pepper this year. Just this is gonna slap.
Oh yeah, I live. My family lives on Brown's Farm Ridge, and I'm friends with Daniel Brown, and we live on Daniel Drive. So
nice.
Yeah, and actually, his dad. This is gonna be his dad, Blake Brown. Is actually has multiple PhDs in animal husbandry and the science behind animal genetics and raising and caring for them, and he hand makes his own feed for the cows. Like dude's crazy smart. Like look what not Daniel Brown, his son Blake Brown. Like he's been NC.
Okay.
He's multiple times taught at NC State as like guest, like has taught as a full-time professor and guest professor like across the country. There's like teach people how to raise cows. Dude's fucking smarter than me. And he's got like
making barbecue,
yeah,
baby.
Dude, he's got multiple PhDs in raising cows. This is not even kidding.
Yeah.
It's wild how scientific their operation actually is. And it's just a family run farm they do by hand. It's crazy. Yeah. And they make good fucking barbecue. And they sell all the meat to the
family farm's food's always good.
They have a farm shop down the road, and I'm gonna be moving closer to the farm shop at my new house. Bro, I'm gonna get fat.
You are up in the mountains too, which is just like
yeah,
all you do is eat.
Yeah. And so
eat and drink microbrews.
I love Daniel. He used to drive me to high school because he was a year older. He used to drive me to school when he remembered to take me, which was about once every 3 times he would remember to take me. And then I'd have to like bum a ride from my mom because I'd be late to school. And she's like, "Where's Daniel?" I'm like, "He must have forgotten me." Or he'll pull up. We live 20 minutes from the school, right? He would pull up 10 minutes before school started, be like, "Get in the car!"
and we gotta go now.
We gotta go, and we're driving like 95 down a 55 zone, right? And trying to get to school. I'm like, I might die. And he's telling me about like all these escapades he had like while showing cows. He's like, "Bro," well, sorry, he didn't say bro. Because he's got like the thickest country accent I've ever heard in my life. He's like, I'll tell you what, I woke up between these 2 butt naked women after showing these cows. I had no clue how I got there. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Dude's married, has kids now, like sells, like does farming half the time, and then sells like lending real estate for like multi-million-dollar farms as a second job. Makes like $100,000. He's the kid telling me how he was waking up between butt naked women after selling livestock.
I think we're in the wrong business.
Oh, I absolutely agree, dude. Dude's living his life. Anyway, NC State barbecue #1, and my favorite spot in North Carolina is the farmer's house down the street.
Oh fuck, dude! That's another cool. Oh, favorite spot. Oh my god. See, Fayetteville doesn't really have any like good barbecue spots.
Yeah,
like I mean, we got like Barbecue Hut and stuff, and Smithfields, but we don't really have like
I like really good barbecue spots.
Yeah, like I mean, we got a couple of food trucks that have like guys that make some solid barbecue. But we don't have like a spot where everyone's like, yeah, that's the place you have to go to for barbecue.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think like if I'm in like we used to have a place in Fayetteville called Bruce and Mickey's. They had some slap-in barbecue, but they were more of like a fried chicken place. But they did have some slap-in barbecue, but they closed during COVID.
That's rough.
A small mom and pop,
Yeah.
They couldn't make it through.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Oh, those small mom and pop places are always like really good. Usually, they're like family recipes out there.
Yeah, we had a bunch of like those. I mean, Fayetteville had a bunch of small mom and pops, and COVID kind of wiped half of them out. And
oh yeah, that's right.
Only like the big ones stayed.
Yeah, ugh, not fun.
So anybody that's listening to this that's been to Fayetteville and you've had Bruce and Mickey's, you know that place slaps.
you know. Okay, so the next part of his question, the next question he has 3 questions. Second question is who's going to have the better ISFL career, Orga or Kenny?
I mean, I'm already at a head start.
It's 100% going to be him. I'm literally only focused on returning kicks. Like, why anybody thinks I have the better career? I think I've earned more TP. I don't actually know. I haven't updated it in like entire season.
I think you do because you do PTs and I don't. So that kind of gives you a nice little
I do.
Get a little head start on me.
I do PTs. I've only missed a couple predictions because I was out of town. So I'm usually pretty good. I don't miss a lot. I don't do off-season tasks. I'm not a fucking. I'm not sheeple, dude. I'm not gonna do it just because the man tells me to. And also, I just do not care. If I can't do one task somewhere else and count it for the whole thing, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, hey, remember this thing you write about literally every offseason, do it again for 500 words. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, this sucks.
it's like it's 10 TPE. Like it's in the long run, it's not gonna matter that much.
Yeah.
It's
It's like, oh, here's 10 TPE. Now give me 700 words why your player had a good year. It's like,
yeah,
this is
and it's like I didn't have a
like,
good year. I'm not gonna lie about it.
right. Or it's like, oh, who's a rival your team has? Like, I don't
I
know.
don't know. Like those questions are a
It's
lot
like,
easier if you pay attention to the league. If you don't,
yeah, which that's what they're there for. The people
yeah,
that care about the
people
league.
care about the league. Yeah, I'm not the intended audience for the off-season task.
Yeah.
Imagine that. It's just
Yeah.
I mean people love them. I hear that they're getting better. I haven't done one in like 3 years.
I do half of them. I do one long one, which is normally one. Like I did one, which was like if you were on a TV show. I did that one because it was kind of fun. But
There
that's
used to be trivia. I would do that.
yeah, trivia was fun too.
But
And
what
I
kids
get
are
the whole argument was, oh, it's free TP. I mean, so is like predictions.
yeah, that's
'Cause
why.
basically every GM puts the predictions, you just copy and paste. So I
Yep.
mean, like,
Oh yeah, I've never come up with my own predictions, or I copied the first
yeah,
person that posted it.
yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, and same thing with like, oh, the first round picks, like that's free TP too. You're just copying
Oh
the
yeah.
most knowledgeable people.
Oh yeah. I wait till somebody
You
tell me
know,
what to put down, then I put it down. I don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like someone that's not a GM because they can't legally tell you, but close enough with a GM to know. Says
Yeah.
like, hey, this guy's going, in the first round.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Or you wait till just beforehand, see what somebody else put down in the responses, and just copy it.
Yeah.
It's
So like,
it's
at
free
least
TP.
trivia was kind of fun. That was like, oh, I mean, yeah, I'm copying the answers, but it's kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, my player did that.
Yeah.
Or I remember when that happened, kind of stuff.
Yeah. That was nice to have, but like after they took that away, I kind of just stopped doing them. It's like
Yeah. It's
so,
all just kind of like just repetitive, like filler. Like, do this for your 15 TPE this week, and
yeah.
it's like,
I used to do it. But my third time
Yeah.
around, I do not care enough to do it anymore. I'm like, I'll have an okay career either way. I'm not going to be.
Yeah,
I'm never
I mean,
going to have a Hall
unless
of Fame
you're-
player. I'm not
unless
here
you're
to
a
have a Hall of Fame
quarterback. Why do
player.
you need max TPE? Like,
Yeah,
I know everyone's like, oh, you need 1,000 TPE to really be good. And it's like, yeah, but you can have 1,000 TPE and your dot still sucks.
yeah. I had
Because that's
I
the
had
way it
1,200 TP, and I was still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I
That's
after
just how the sim works.
after that, I was like, whatever. I just don't care enough.
Yeah.
If I ever have a good player, it'll be literally pure luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I made a Pro Bowl with a 450 TPE player, so I'm happy not having to be a super buff guy.
I made multiple Pro Bowls as an OL, and like I had like 200 TP.
Yeah. So like, if I can be competitive with like 600 TPE, I'm okay with that.
I'm just here to vibe, dude.
Oh, same.
I'm just around to have a good time with my friends in the ISFL. That's the only reason I'm here for. So, I think you'll probably have the better career though, just because your player is better positioned to have a better career.
Tight end's weird though. Tight end either has like stupid good numbers or you're lucky to get 500 yards.
Yeah,
so it's
but
like one of those weird ones. I mean, I know you're built for kick returns, but
built,
you'll still
but also,
play like slot receiver.
But
stats.
I'm behind like three other really good wide receivers. Like I'm just like Orca's in a worse like position, like
that's true.
Stats
I am
wise
playing
than
for
Flash
a team
was.
that's like on the like rebounding.
Yeah,
we did just trade for Frost, so the orange frosty hallways is moving pretty good.
Yeah, we're declining, and like there's much better players than me already in line. So I'm just not like at any place where I'm gonna have a great career. If I do, it'd be cool, but like I'm not set up to have that great career, and that's fine.
Yeah, and not like set out there like I have to do this.
Yeah, no. I joked about having a better career than Flash, but that's really hard. So I mean, Flash was also really not set up to have a great career either. So whatever. All right. His final question is: what is engineering, and why do you have to wear it softly? I feel like this is directed to you. I don't get the second half. No. Oh God.
No, because why do you wear it softly? Because you're a software engineer.
God, idiot. Fucking damn it!
Idiot.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna look like such an
Are you
idiot.
stupid?
Yeah, that's why I'm a software engineer,
Hey,
dumbass.
hey, Russ, when you listen to this, make sure you call Juni stupid.
Oh no, I'm gonna be called stupid and my feelings are hurt.
I don't know how you didn't get that immediately.
Because I'm reading the question and I'm like trying to do other things at the same time. You're just listening to it. I'm like reading it. And
You are correct.
when you read "wear it softly," it doesn't make any sense. But when you hear "wear it softly," I like I understand what's happening. I get it now.
Yep, now
Yeah.
you got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have to wear it softly because I'm a bitch. Fucking love it.
Nice.
Because I have sensitive skin, and if I wear it hard, it's bad. It's
That's why you're not a hardware engineer, right?
yeah, I tried. They were so okay. The reason I'm a software engineer is not because I like it, right? I don't like coding.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, you're good at this," and I was like, "How much money can I make doing it?" And they said, "You can make 6 figures." I'm like, "Fucking sign me up."
Yeah, that's basically they're like engineering makes money, and it's like deal, take it.
Yeah,
I
I was like, they're like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I want to be a marine biologist or a historian." And they're like, "You can make a
basic
more."
bitch.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to be a museum curator, right? I wanted to be a museum curator and like spend my whole life in museums, like teaching people. Like I could be a museum tour guide for the rest of my life. I would be so fucking happy. That's like my dream job. I would love it.
You know,
I would be broke as shit.
Owen Wilson isn't a little cowboy in real life, right?
Yeah, I do. All right, you know what? Oh, you
All
got
right, next
me.
question.
But yeah, I'm only a software engineer because they're like, you're good at this, and they told me it makes money. So,
Yep.
Otherwise, I'd be a museum person, curator, director, guide. Like that'd be my dream job. But it doesn't make any money. So now I type code for a living. All right, here we go.
I just read the next question.
Next question. Fucking goddamn. Some psycho software engineering. I got kicked off the servers. What's the most mind-numbing thing an end user has ever said or asked of you? Oh god, it's when they have to ask me to do the most stupid shit. It's like software design. Okay, I'm gonna actually nerd about like I do know a lot about software engineering and software design, and we spend a lot of time making it as intuitive as possible. Like I care a lot about making my designs as intuitive as possible. So when someone comes up to me and says, like, I don't like, how do I do this? And I just spent like 10 hours making it as intuitive as I possibly could, I want to die inside. They're like, how do I print this? Hit the button that fucking says print. Oh!
So I design electrical lines for a living, so it's a whole lot cooler than what you do, I guess.
It is, yeah. I care too much about making stuff like usable, I guess, because some people just don't. It's hard. It's a hard life. Trying to teach things to people that don't want to be taught how to do things.
Yeah.
It's not that like it's just anything anybody asks of me that's just completely just disconnected from how technology works is hard. They're like, can you make this do that? Oh, here we go. I got it. So I had to do something where I printed out I generated a Excel sheet, right? And they were trying to print it out. And they were like, why doesn't your program print out all the lines correctly? And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, when we hit print, it doesn't show all the lines. And I was like, do you not understand as soon as you download that Excel sheet, I don't have anything to do with how it works anymore. And they did not get it. They're like, can you make it so that your program will automatically like set this setting in Excel? And I was like, no. They're like, can you fix this for me? I was like, what? What part of this is a Microsoft Excel setting do you not understand? And they're like, well, we just don't get it. I was like, it's Excel. There's a print setting to say this is the area you want to print. They did not know how to set the print area of Excel, and they wanted my program to set it for them. When all I did was like generate the Excel sheet for them. Like, can't you generate it with that built in? I was no. What?
I'm gonna guess you have a lot of older clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the people I work with are like retired nurses.
Yeah.
Like they've been nurses for years and they go to do coding and stuff like that. And it's just but this it is just and like some of them are project managers and they should be project managers, not product managers, because there's a difference.
Yep.
And
yep.
Like they get the low level of stuff like this. I'm like, that's not anything to do with me. You're asking something that is literally beyond my ability. It's not something I can do. And it took 2 meetings to get that across to them. I was like, I had to teach everybody how to change a setting in Excel. I was like, this is 100% not part of my job description. I can tell you that. Oh, that was the worst.
This is Juni's software engineering rant podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna go for over an hour this time. We're not gonna get paid for it, but we got a lot of Destiny story to catch up in.
Yep.
All right.
Worth it.
The second question they have is is it Psychro or Kaisro? I think it's
Psychro.
Psychro.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. North Carolina, best Carolina.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you've been on the roads in both, you know immediately.
North
Carolina's the better Carolina.
You ever been to South Carolina?
That should answer it for you. You don't have to go to North Carolina. Just go to South Carolina, and you know North Carolina's the better one.
As someone born in California, North Carolina's the better one. What's your
debate?
All right. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about North Carolina?
Least favorite's definitely the politics.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the whole bathroom debacle was a big thing.
I was gonna say the lack of diverse food, but we can go with that, sure.
That's true. Because Charlotte's basically just like, hey, this is expensive, so it's good.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of all of Charlotte.
Charlotte International Airport sucks ass. Oh my god.
Yes, absolutely.
CLT is my least favorite airport in the world.
Always go to Atlanta. Always go to Atlanta.
I've been to a lot of airports. I hate Charlotte.
Honestly, in general, Charlotte sucks.
Yeah, let's just say Charlotte. No, but yeah, there's I'd say I don't know about least favorite thing. It's just
Raleigh also kind of sucks. Basically, big cities, nothing wrong with them. It's just the construction and the way they're built. They're just impossible to travel around.
Because they're not. They were designed. They're still based off of the designs,
small road designs.
When they were like originally constructed in like the 1800s, they're like, we're not going to change these roads. So navigating them is
everything's got one major roadway, and it's always under construction, and the rest of the city is 1-lane roads.
To be fair, it's much better than the Northeast, but God, is it not good?
Oh my God, yeah.
The West Coast is a pain, but you got 12-lane roads, and you know what? They use them.
Just go, baby.
Yeah, the 40 should not be as small as it is. The 40 is so bad.
Yeah. And they're always trying to widen it, but it just never works.
That does not work. They just don't know how to compete with that.
Yeah. Honestly, North Carolina DOT, if anyone's listening to this, which I know they're not because they don't have lives, just fix your roads.
Yeah, could you just make things good?
So what's your favorite part of North Carolina?
Oh God, I just complained about everything, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. He asked for favorite and least favorite.
God, my wife's here.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, nice.
Okay, actually, so besides that, I love how much minor league baseball there is in North Carolina. I think it's super cool.
Oh my God, yes. It's like the minor league baseball mecca.
You can't drive more than 30 minutes without coming across a minor league team. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the Triangle has 3 teams by itself.
Yeah, it's just there's just the thing is nobody so little people know. like how much
Yeah.
baseball there is in North Carolina. They're like there's
Yep.
no baseball in North Carolina. I'm like, you can't
It's just there's
throw
no pro team.
yeah, you can't throw a rock without hitting the minor league team, and minor league teams are
Yep.
so much more fun. Like
Yes.
minor league teams are a blast. I would go to a
Yep.
minor league team over a major league team 9 times out of 10.
Especially like the Durham Bulls. The Durham Bulls being so popular and so big, they're basically a major league team type stadium and vibe.
It's
like,
so fun too. Like they're fun games.
now Durham sucks, but DPAC is great.
Yeah, DPAC is great. The Bulls are great, and they're right next to each other.
Bulls, yeah.
So
Yes. That if you're in that area, Durham, great. Every other part of Durham, not as great.
yeah, you know the stabbing, the racism. That's not
Yeah.
great, but that specific
Everything else,
part,
amazing.
that specific like 2-block radius, love it.
Once you get to the mellow mushroom, you're set.
Yeah, you got a mellow mushroom. You got a place with great music and art. So you got a place with great baseball, and then just don't leave.
Yep. You have a magical place called Zebulon, which has the Mudcats.
Oh,
which
yeah?
are just like one of the baseball's oldest teams. It's a cool. The city has nothing else, but the team's cool.
Hickory Crawdads are fun.
And
the
Hickory Dickory Docks, baby.
And also, outside of minor league baseball, we also have a thriving indie league scene.
Yes, we do. Yeah. The Savannah Bananas used to be a part of the indie league team, the indie league that's around here.
Yeah, because we
But
got
then they blew up.
Forest City, Boone has an indie league team, and they're great.
Yeah, because they're playing the Old North State League, right?
Yeah, and
Yep,
indie
like
league,
Greensboro Yard
yeah.
Goats and all them. Yeah.
If you don't know, it's just where like all the college students who are not ready to be drafted yet and are not at Omaha, they just play for these teams, and it's just fucking college students just having a ball, just like playing baseball, and just people out there vibing. It's great.
Well, we used to have the Coastal Plain Leagues, which was like Cape Cod League, but just like a little bit smaller, and that was amazing. And that's where the Savannah Bananas originally came from.
Yeah.
Like that was huge, and I don't know if that's still around. I know the Old North State League kind of took over a lot of that, but that was an amazing, just like college baseball at its purest.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, so there's really good non major league baseball.
Yeah, and North Carolina's considering how big the state and all the cities in it are, it's not that expensive. Like it's pretty cheap to live in North Carolina, but there's a lot you can do. Okay, so I'm still living Boone and Cary. You also lived in like the most expensive, hoity-toityest parts.
I lived in the two most expensive parts of North Carolina. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, Cary is like New York City South. There's without the amenities, but with the price.
Yeah, and Boone's like you're either paying for it's either long-term rental or like people who have lived here for centuries. So
yeah,
like
and their matted grew,
and they won't like they never sell their land. There's so like land is crazy expensive and houses are crazy expensive because it's just not available. Oh, also we're a retirement community for. So there, we got Blowing Rock. So it's just a mecca. It's just a perfect storm of crazy expensive.
Yep.
Like rents, like
Boone is slowly become like Boone and Asheville kind of together are like becoming the new like Austin and Seattle because like they have like the Keep Asheville weird stuff going on now.
Yeah.
Like
it's
trying to become like an Austin Seattle type of a scene.
Yeah, and Boone's got the university and Did you know they beat Michigan? Yeah.
Oh my God, we beat Michigan 30 years. Blah, blah, blah.
They will not let you forget. It's the only thing they care about. Like the sign.
We lose to Campbell in baseball every year. Whoa.
The sign still says "Welcome to Boone," 3-time conference champions, and like we beat Michigan. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. And they have we have the best looking college baseball stadium in the world, which is true. But terrible.
To be fair, yeah. Hold a minute. That's absolutely true. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they do have the best looking baseball field. I mean, I can't even lie. It is gorgeous.
That's where the Bigfoots play. So it's great. I gotta go watch the Bigfoots play.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, it is one of the most gorgeous.
League, baby.
One of the most gorgeous fields I've seen, like by far. It's got like no seating, but that does not matter.
Especially in the fall when all the trees are turning. Oh my God! Look at us, we're Northerners now.
Oh yeah, so good. But yeah, so there you go. Baseball's my favorite part, and least favorite thing is most of other stuff. But to be fair, a lot of that stuff could probably be said about a lot of the United States or a lot of the world in general.
Yeah.
That's just general. You know how the world is. I'm not going to complain and say I hate
Yeah.
North Carolina. There's no real side.
It
Okay,
could
there's one other
it
place
could
I'd
be
rather
worse.
live, and it's called Alaska.
It could be South Carolina, which is like much worse.
Hey, you know, comedies when you bring stuff back around.
Comedy comes in threes, baby.
The last question: do you believe in predetermined destiny? Well, if I did, I've
Mm.
already had an answer to this question, so I don't have to answer it.
Okay, that's
And
not fair.
you think about that, yeah, right? No, I don't believe in predetermined destiny.
But how would you know? Because
So
like even if you don't believe in it, you were predetermined not to believe in it.
you know what? There's literally no way to answer that question in a way that would satisfy you at this point because you're
Yep.
just gonna find some way to turn it around, no matter what thing I say. So I'm just gonna say, uh, fuck off. I don't believe in
All right, next
predetermined destiny.
question.
Okay. From gotta be honest, I feel I'm really embarrassed. It's been like a year. I still not how to pronounce your name. From acoustic.
Acoustic?
Acoustic. Oh my
Acoustic?
fucking god.
Oh my
Oh my
god, dude.
god.
Why did we let you read stuff?
I
I
don't
don't get
know
why we decided to let you read.
because I said, "Do you want me to make the post or you?" And you said, "You go ahead and do it."
Yep.
So there you go. Legitimately, how did Juni come up with hot chocolate? I did not come up with hot chocolate. I have some friends. I have some friends. They both work at Discord.
Oh my god, just rub it in.
Just rub it in, yeah. And they actually they came up with it on a skiing trip to fucking the Sierra Nevadas, whatever. They were out there like skiing out in what's the big one called? They were out there at a ski resort and they got stuck there, and they had hot chocolate and they had White Claw, and they said, "What if we mix this together?" And that's how they came up with it. And before people start saying, "Oh, hot claw and White Claw and hot chocolate," like it's not that weird. Like you put alcohol in your hot chocolate and like
Eggnog.
coffee and eggnog all the time, mulled
Yeah.
wine. It's really not that weird. You just don't want to try it. And you know what?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you don't want to try it. Just don't tell me
Alcohol
about
mixes
it.
with a lot of stuff in general.
Yeah.
Like, that's
And
the whole point of alcohol.
yeah, it's a mixer, and I don't care if you don't want to try it. It's literally no skin off my back. So don't ping me about it saying you're not going to try it, like everybody does, because I don't care.
Hey, I got a question. Is it better when you make the hot chocolate with milk or water?
I usually make it with water
Okay.
because I couldn't have dairy for a long time when I was younger, so I just always had
Okay.
instant with water. I just never thought about making
Okay.
it with milk before. They're like, oh, make it with milk, and I was like, cool. Water is easier.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like if I have the time or I'm not making it, I'll ask for milk. If I'm making it, I'm just gonna go to the Keurig and just use hot water and just call it a
Absolutely.
day.
Yeah. If I'm gonna look at a restaurant and somebody's gonna make it with milk for me, or somebody in the house is making it with milk for me, you know what? Fucking sign me up. If I have to do it,
Yep.
absolutely not.
Yep.
I don't care. Did we just
And I
finish
can
this
say,
story stuff?
yeah, we did. Starbucks has some really good hot chocolate. I'll be honest. Like that used to get me through college, like on
Yeah.
cold days when it was snowing and stuff. I would go to Starbucks to get like a hot chocolate for like $1. Oh my god, dude, that
Oh,
it's mostly because they fill it with like 12 pumps of vanilla. But oh my god, was
that's
it good?
fair. My one of my favorite hot drinks is an espresso poured over hot chocolate. Hot chocolate poured over an espresso shot. So good.
Mm,
Yeah. It
that's solid.
is basically a mocha, but you know, there's different things you can call it. Like it's whatever, but it's
Yeah,
you can call it a lot of different things. There's different names for it everywhere, but it's good.
it's still
You
delicious.
take an espresso shot, you mix it with hot chocolate, fucking great. Uh, next question from Dreamsloth: what do feet taste like? Like the rest of your body,
Mm,
obviously.
Fritos.
It tastes like skin.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's a.
Okay. You know.
Mm,
All right.
mm,
Okay. We're having an experiment, right? Take your thumb,
okay.
put it in your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, yeah. Is your thumb in your mouth?
Yeah.
All right. What does it taste like?
Um. Huh. You know,
Nothing.
I I get it. Like, yeah, but
It's
I
with
guess it depends if your foot's clean or not. You know,
Well, I'm not gonna eat a dirty foot, dumbass.
like a foot straight out of the shower versus a foot that's been walking around all day.
I'm
That
not
tastes
gonna.
completely
I'm
different.
not gonna eat a foot that's been walking around all day.
I'm just saying.
If I'm gonna lick a foot, it's gonna be washed. I'm not stupid. I'm not trying to get diseases. Gee,
Just imagine that. Like,
do
oh man,
do people
can you
do
take a
people
shower? I really want to lick your feet.
do people think I go around licking like sweaty feet? No, I make sure they're washed
Apparently,
first. God,
apparently.
I'm not a fucking animal.
But it's gonna taste a little spicy, right?
You
Like
know
that's
what?
the whole like
This what
you stuck your food, stuck your food in your foot in the food, like because
separates
you spiced it good.
separates man from beast, right? Just like put some put some chocolate on it, and it tastes like chocolate. It tastes like whatever you want. Stupid question.
Nice. I'll fucking take that, dream sloth.
Anyways, all right.
Oh my god.
This is Juni rants, isn't it? Okay.
This is Juni Rant podcast,
Okay,
baby. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just here for.
I'm gonna stand up for this one, baby. All right. How do you feel AI will benefit you in software engineering?
This question
won't.
is from Hydra Mini, by the way.
Yes, by Hadrian. It won't. All right. Let me tell you something. AI is stupid. Not the idea is stupid. The actual entity of AI itself, dumb as fuck. Can't do anything you can't tell it to do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with AI is it can only tell you what somebody else has told it to tell you. Right? Like it can only be as smart as its writers. And like it can only do things that like have already been done before. And usually it's not gonna do it well. It's gonna take the most common answer. The most common answer 99% of the time is not what I'm looking for. Because if it was common, I wouldn't be trying to look for it. And I think,
Yeah, but how do you print a PDF?
oh my god, you know what? I'd rather it takes less time to look up the documentation than it was to ask AI to do it.
Makes sense.
There is I have, and when I'm solving problems, I'm not stuck by how to do something. I'm stuck by how to interpret a business ask into a software design. I am not worried about code implementation because that's never something I've struggled with. I don't know if other engineers, software engineers, do. That's just a lack of initiative and learning. You just got to be able to learn how to do new things. It's the problem is not implementation. It's translating business asks to software design, and like it's inherently something that you can't really do with AI because if it's a business ask, it's not easy to translate. Like if I'm struggling with it, it's not something easy. And AI struggles with things that are difficult like that because there's not solutions out there. AI can only tell you solutions that someone else has done out there. And I have messed with AI with software design before. It is really good at giving you an answer that is not quite correct. It's really good at that. It's like answers that are like almost close to being correct, but it's just not right or efficient. And it's obvious that it's baby's first interpretation of how to do something. Like it's never efficient. It's never like the best way to do something. It's always just like this is the fastest solution that it could find in a not what we're looking for is a collection of answers. It takes a collection of every answer it could possibly find. It finds the most common answer, and that's never the best one. Is
Makes some cool art though.
It does make cool art. I think there are some things AI are going to be great at, but I think it's never going to be able to create things that don't exist because that's not what it can do. It can take things that already exist and change them, but I think like true engineering, like any engineering, is really like almost an art. It's all right. It's gonna sound fucking gay,
Ooh, oh
but
my god.
because you're taking something that's never really been like created before and making something new, right? And that's requires human intuition. It's not the word I want to use, but it's the word I'm going with. It like it
Go off,
requires
sandwich artist.
it requires humans to be able to take in data that you can't provide AI with to find the correct answer. Because the AI may give you an answer that might work for somebody, but I know my customers, and so I know that they need something else, right? It's
Yeah.
there's it's gonna be really good at confusing and making a lot of people worse at their jobs because they're not gonna understand things. And I think that's gonna be something big, is they're gonna have a lot more people who can get basic jobs through AI, but they're not gonna know what they're doing, and it's gonna be hard to advance. And they're just gonna be it's gonna be obvious that they're like fish out of water, because there's just certain things that you cannot use an AI for, because you have to learn and know how to, like, the same reason you can't like just be an engineer just because you like, sure, I 90% of my job is looking things up, right? But I've spent years learning how to look things up correctly. It's just like someone can provide an AI with like a query, but still gonna take you years of like practice and understanding what you're looking for to know what to tell it. I think it's a long cut in anything right now. The way AI is, I think. So Microsoft is working on a light-based computer, and I think that's only if we increase our hardware capabilities will AI be able to compute fast enough and efficiently enough to make it actually worthwhile. We're a little limited by hardware. I don't think AI is ever going to be good enough to be like useful that kind of sense with the way AI is right now. It's physically incapable of computing things that fast. That's just how it is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Broken by Moore's law. Whatever. Yeah, no, Moore's law. Yeah. That's electrical engineering law. You should know that one,
right? That's Ohm's law, but you're right.
No, I'm actually looking for Moore's law.
Oh, see, that's a good thing. There's no really AI stuff with what I do, thankfully.
Moore's law isn't
just.
Nope, it's not an AI thing. It's the observation that the number of transistors in the integrated circuit doubles every 2 years.
Oh,
that's an electrical engineering circuit.
That's in-house stuff. I'm an out-house electrical engineer. I go to the meter and I stop.
Yeah,
call it a day.
Anyways, yeah. All right, that was my AI rant of the day.
I can't wait till the next question that comes around about software engineering where you go off again.
I've had that rant multiple times to multiple people. I practice it, if you can't tell. It's rehearsed. All right. This is great. All right, we're going off. All right, Q West. His first question is, do you wear wigs?
No, I have in the past, but I do not.
I also do not. My hair is luscious and natural. Oh, I can turn.
Same.
Oh, I can turn my camera on for this. You can't. Huh?
Oh boy, no, I cannot. Yeah. Do we have to attach the pictures of ourselves to the post so we can prove we have hair?
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's locked. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, I got my natural hair showing. Great. I'm actually gonna get it dyed. I want to get it dyed.
There you go. Get you some tips going.
I'm gonna get a purple streak going, like from the out to the, like kind of like middle going off to the run side. It's gonna be great. Oh, what planet is most deserving of an ISFL team?
Called the moon. None of them.
No, I don't think. I think there's certain boundaries where it gets stupid. I think moving teams to the moon gets out of Earth gets stupid.
I get the argument of like, oh, it's a fake league. None of it makes sense anyway. But it's like there's got to be some grounding into it. You can't just be like, we're the quasar cosmonauts. Like,
I'm not gonna hem and haw in a public forum if somebody does it. I'm just be like, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's just like I get the whole none of it's real. I mean, we have a team that flies from a small town in Canada to Berlin and then to Sarasota and then Orange. Like
Yeah.
I get it doesn't make any sense already, but it's just kind of like
For the yeah
it feels like too much when you go out of space.
for the sake of the question, Uranus. Just because the jokes would be
It's
wonderful. It'd be so good. It deserves it. Okay. If my players couldn't be a panda, what would your second choice of animal be? A capybara.
Ooh, this is
Easy. That's not even hard. Capybara.
Capybara.
Capybara. Yeah. Because when they're scared, they smell like popcorn, and it's great. I just think that's hilarious.
And they're kind of panda-like.
Actually, no. Honey badger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, really show my age.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get a lot of Tyrann Mathieu like stuff, like, oh, you're a honey badger because of him.
What? Who?
Okay, Tyrann Mathieu is a safety in the NFL. His nickname is the Honey Badger.
What's safeties? No, wait, I know this. Job told me once. Safeties are there in case your other backs are miss something. They're there just in case to make sure that it's safe and they stop the ball. Oh, fucking nailed it. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I don't know who that is, and I'd still be a honey badger because honey badgers don't care. They don't give a fuck. It runs backwards. There's gonna be a lot of kids that have no idea what just happened.
Oh, real humor is on top today, baby.
Ooh, what's that in its mouth? The last question from Q West is, Hall, how you doing, girl?
Hey, girl, how you doing? I actually haven't talked to Quest in a while.
Oh, fuck, it's Quest?
I don't know. I don't know. This is the worst part about podcasts. I have to say people's names out loud I've never said before. Like
acoustic?
It always throws me off.
I've never said
acoustic makes sense.
I've never said it out loud
Quest
before.
Or Q West or maybe it's like silent.
Because it's lowercase Q West, right? So I just thought it was Q West.
Maybe his first name's Quincy, and that's his name is Quincy West.
Oh my
he just
God.
went with Q West.
Yeah, that's smart.
Hey Quest, when you listen to this, is your first name Quincy?
Can you take us somewhere else so we're not standing there with an empty screen? Anyways,
moving on. Sorry.
What the fuck? That was the last question.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Hey, look, we did it.
Look at that. We only went an hour and 17 minutes. And I only rambled about software engineering for 40 of it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a perfect podcast if I were to say so myself.
I'm never going to ask anybody to ask me questions about software engineering again.
I know, and no one asked me about electrical engineering because no one cares about electrical engineering. You know what you guys can work with? Fucking, you need electricity for software, but no one cares about that. Yeah,
but see, I like to pretend that electricity doesn't exist when I code, and I get in trouble for that.
Okay, that's true. There you go. You have fun coding with rocks.
Yeah. Software engineering it's weird for me because I hate it, but I know a lot about it. I'm passionate about certain things, but God, do I hate it. I'd rather do anything else if I could make enough money, and I was good at it.
Why don't you do more stuff for the league? Like, they need software engineering done.
Because I don't want fake money to do it. I want real money to do it, and they didn't offer me real money. Oh, man. They offered me fake money, and I said no.
I feel like Infinite's getting paid in real money somewhere in the back. He does too much. I feel like you get to like $1 trillion in fake money, you get like $1,000 in real money.
I ran the bank bots for ISFL. I ran the ISFL for a little while, and the PvE one for a long time.
Oh, how'd that go?
I mean, like I just eventually once Infinite's bot took over mine, I was like, fuck, I can just turn mine off, and I literally didn't care. And then
nice
for PvE, like
like Infinite just controls the league. Like someone could make Infinite mad today, and he could just literally undermine everything in the league by just turning off his bots.
Yeah.
Man, we give that man a lot of power.
I mean, people act like I was really magnanimous when I wrote my bot for like the first ISFL bank bot. Honest to God, I wrote it because I was trying to. Okay, I'll tell the story about how I wrote the first ISFL bank bot. Right, I was trying to look up my bank balance while I was taking a shit. and I couldn't do it because it was loading so long. It was taking so long. So I sat there on the toilet on my phone, wrote the bot on my phone so I could look up the fucking bank balance.
Yeah, the bots suck. I mean, not the bot. The old like bank stuff sucked.
Yeah,
Like
it was. It
for
would.
those of you that are newer to the league and didn't know it, you went to a thread on the forum that said bank, and it took you to a link to an Excel sheet with literally everyone's bank account. So it took an hour to load
Every
on
single
mobile.
transaction. Yeah, it would take. It was literally unusable on mobile, and I got so mad. I wrote a Python bot so that I could look it up, and then I was like, and then I put it. I put it in Philly just because I needed somewhere to access it because you gave me like admin access for some reason.
Honestly, probably.
And then people were like, "Wow, can we get that?" I was like, "Sure." And someone was like, "Can you add this feature to it?" And I was like, "No." I wrote this while taking a shit. I literally am not gonna work on it. And the PPE one I worked on a little bit, but it was just because I wanted to add a certain feature to it. And Simo was like, "Can you do this, pretty please?" And he said, "Pretty please," so I did it.
Oh, at least he said pretty please. He didn't.
Yeah.
He could have just said regular please.
Yeah.
Like ugly please.
Yeah, he said pretty please. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it for you, buddy.
That's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Yeah, because the old one sucked. You used to have to go like if you wanted to like buy your weekly training, you had to go in there and type +5 weekly training, $1 million, and like into a new like reply to the thread every week, and it was just awful. I mean, there was like 300 replies, like 300 pages of replies.
But at the same time, it was kind of cool to see who on the team had. Like you could see everybody who'd ever been on the team because they would have posted in that team's reply thread. That was kind of cool.
That's true. Yeah, and then you could also see like whenever like a name change or something happened through there. And it was cool seeing all the contracts because you could like all the GMs had to put their contracts in there, but they were always constantly late. Like late. I don't know how they do it now if it's like automated or they still have to type in their contracts, but that was like ridiculous.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, SHL's getting a update portal finally soon.
Oh,
yeah, but they have people who like care a lot more about the league putting time into like the coding for those leagues. So you know.
Yeah, I do wish there was a better way to update weather than instead of just like typing in like +3 to speed. You know, actually type.
Yeah.
It would be nice if you could actually just like, here's your character, just like add +3. It's this much TPE.
Yeah, it'll be automatic. So the SHL, once they finish theirs, like the TPE will automatically be applied to your player. You don't have to claim it.
Oh.
You just you just hit a button and it'll be like automatically apply like your bank or your activity check or like any TPE you earn will automatically applied, and then you just hit plus this stat on your player, and you don't have to wait for someone to come and update you. It's just automatically done.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And honestly,
one thing I understand activity checks, but God, are they just so like, oh, yep, here's Kenny Zaborski.
Yeah.
Activity check. All right, here I claim it. Like, it's just annoying.
The biggest reason I don't update is I hate going back and finding all my claims.
Yeah.
So like, if once SHL gets an update portal, dude, I'm fucking set. Like, I'm gonna be earning like crazy over there.
That's also like why I do all my stuff at the same time. Like, I sign up for it, but I don't like go and actually do it. I claim it all like as I'm doing my update. You know?
Yeah. No, I do all my claims like the day. Like I don't put stuff into like I have my spreadsheet to calculate it until like the day of. I'm like, this one day a season, I'm gonna go and do all my claims and put it all on my spreadsheet and do it all. That's why my update gets done once a year. Cause I just don't care enough to go find all my claims as they're getting
it's just
done.
it's such a headache too.
Such a hassle.
Especially when you get multiple like it's a whole lot easier now because now they actually say like, okay, you know, click on at the top of the page on the forum. It says like, here's what's due, what you can do. That's nice. You don't have to go like dig through point tasks, but still, it's just
when you just have to go through and like find them all to do. Yeah, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, and see like what was available. Yeah, and now it actually like scratches out what you've done. So it's kind of a nice like, okay, I'm here right now. I've done this or I haven't done that.
Yeah,
like that's cool, but it seems like it could be so much better.
Yeah, just like get rid of point tasks. 5N.
Yeah, facts. Just give everybody a set amount of TPE. Base it off of like I don't know, like Discord chats or something, or
just
like
based off just do what the Super Casual Football League did. Just you get your contract determines how much PPE you get.
Oh my god, that was so like I get everyone loved it. Like it was a fun idea, but God, that was the worst. That was awful.
And nobody
I'm gonna
wanted
go
a
do it.
GM. Nobody wanted to run the league.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it was nice that you could do activity checks through Discord. You can just say, "Yep, here it is." Like I get stuff like that. I get like because more people are on Discord than actually like on the forums.
Yeah, but it's
You
so
know, that
much
would be
easier
a
to get a
cool thing.
history kept on a forum. It's just so much to keep track
Oh,
of.
I mean, yeah, I get that too. But like SCFL, like it was cool, but people would literally just, I'm gonna go to this bad team for a year, ask for like 100 TPE, and then go back to the team I want to play for 1 TPE a year. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was a
Hey,
fun idea, but it's
fuck! I didn't think
yeah,
of that.
yeah, yeah. That's literally what like Slim did every season. Like, oh, here's my new player. I need high TPE. Let me just go to this team that sucks,
Wow, I
get a
would
lot of
always, I
get
would,
paid, and then leave.
I'd be like, I want to be making like whatever like the average for my player of like TPE is, and that's what I ask for. No wonder nobody wanted to want to sign me. Hey, I should have had a Hall of Fame career. Not that it would have mattered in the CFSL, but you know, it should have.
Yeah, I should have had a Hall of Fame career in the ISFL. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
Well, you know, that's
I haven't. I made one Pro Bowl. That's Hall of Fame worthy, baby.
how'd you only make one? Have you only made one Pro Bowl? How is that possible?
For all my players, yes, I made one in the ISFL with I Love Gimme, and then I made one in the DSFL with Kenny Zaborski.
Jesus,
Actually, I made all pro with Kenny Zaborski in the DSFL.
I feel like
How many
I've
all
made
pros do you have, bozo?
I had like four.
Yeah, but not with this
I
player.
was like on the first All Pro team, like the first three All
Mm,
Pro teams.
yeah. Oh, I never. I mean, my highest TPE player was like 600 TPE.
Okay,
So
okay.
like,
To be fair, like when All Pro stuff started coming out, I was like at 1200 TPE. So
yeah,
that was the only
my
wide
highest like
receiver on Philly.
my highest ever is probably like 600 TPE. Like
Okay,
I've never got over 600. I've only my highest in any league has been in PBE because I actually cared about that character. But in ISFL, I was yeah.
that's
I've never
fair.
had high TPE earners.
Okay, that's fair. And if
That
you
and I've never
GM,
also I've also
eh.
never played like I've never played like fun positions. I've always been like a defensive end or offensive lineman. Like never like stat positions. So like
So just been a
it's
QB.
always been like arbitrary. Oh yeah,
Oh,
easy. Just
oh
be a quarterback.
arbitrary.
Arbitrary. Just be a quarterback. Everyone knows you're going to be a quarterback if you're a GM of a team and you're willing to just give your life away for 5,000 TP.
Yeah, easy. It's basically why
Easy.
all the PB GMs were pitchers.
Yeah,
Except you can have like
it's
multiple
just
pitchers. Because
it's just too much work to earn that much.
you need a Max Cerner to be like a top round pitcher, so only GMs would ever do it.
Yeah, as I say, quarterbacks, if you want to be good, you got to be a max earner. But it's like, God, it's just so much work for like
Yeah,
so long of a wait for a payoff. Like, okay, you get 1,000, now you might start being good, but you might also not.
yeah. Or
It's just like too
you
much.
get a Leafs player and be like the top TP QB for like 3 seasons and still be trash.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. That's why, like, okay, I'm at 400 TPE. I could be decent. That's all I need. I get to see stats at low TPE. I
Mm-hmm.
can be happy
Yep.
instead of like, oh, just wait 5 more seasons, then I'll have a good year, and then I'll retire 3 years after that. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem fun.
I just yeah I don't like having to. I understand why you have to like earn so much TPE to be good, but God, it's just not fun to have to wait
It's
so
not
long
fun,
to be good. It's
and then
just
it's not even like a guarantee to be good. There's a good
yeah
chance your player still sucks.
yeah.
Like
Some
just because the
people
sim
yeah
decided you suck.
some people like it, but I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's just no fun for me.
Yeah, and especially like earning the TP, it's not like it's the most exciting thing. It's just literally like, all right, here's all my predictions for the year. Okay, here's my 400 words about how my player ate tacos. Like, it's just like,
Yeah,
like, oh, I mean, he earned money by writing media about the one time my player went fishing. Like, it's just, I mean, I get that's the nature of it. There's no way to like there's no way to do it without making it some kind of work on the back end. That's the whole point of the league.
yeah,
It's just, it's just too much for a league that's like casual.
yep. That's fair. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was getting distracted by the fucking game. Um,
Man, imagine trying to explain this podcast to somebody.
I did. Someone was like, "Why is there a podcast on your YouTube channel?" I'm like, honestly, just don't watch it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's not for you.
It's way too complicated to explain. It's not for you.
I do this for $8 million every 2 months. All right,
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
yeah. It's literally I don't do this for people to listen to. If you people listen to it,
I do this
great.
to get paid.
Yeah, if everybody listens to it, great. It's just not why I do it. I should get ready to upload this.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we can wrap up here now that we've rambled on for 2 hours.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts you have?
Those of you that do listen to this and actually enjoy it, we joke about it that we don't care, but it is kind of cool that some people like to listen to us ramble. Considering we do this like every night, just ramble to ourselves.
This is what we sound like every night. Like this is just us talking while playing, and we just decided to record it for an hour and make money off it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's easy. I mean, we're playing video games and just bullshitting anyway. Might as well make it tied to the league somehow.
If it wasn't ISFL, you'd hear us talking about random '90s shows.
Yeah, or Grimace.
Grimace? Is Grimace racist? I think so.
Question for you: we want to hear your guys' thoughts of that in the thread under this. When we post this, give us your answers if you think the Grimace is racist.
Here are my thoughts on that. All right, this is why it came up. If Grimace himself is not racist, but if somebody says you're such a Grimace to a black man, it's racist.
I just want to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
You know what?
I cannot wait for the punishment thread to follow afterwards.
If he's the only African American in your clan and you call him a Grimace, it's racist. I don't care.
All right, with that is our podcast. Thanks for listening to Juni and Paul talking shit.
No, it's I just listen to the ISFL True Murder podcast.
Oh yeah.